Well, good morning, everybody. Good Monday morning, everybody out there. It is your host, Tashi. Hello, I'm back from my long weekend. Well, not that long. It was long enough for me. Just want to do a quick thing. First off, my updates are going to be sporadic. Getting new computer software put on, so hopefully I'll be back by like Thursday or so, maybe a little while longer. Who really knows at this point, but I'll be back on my normal text blog for everybody else who normally checks me out. Okay, so a couple things. Come home Friday night, and hooray, the big hole in my kitchen's gone. There's a caveat. They left all the fucking small holes in the kitchen still there. What the fuck? I get home, big hole is patched in my kitchen. I haven't seen the whole thing yet. I take a couple steps in and I'm like, yes, 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 finally after a week. And as I walk further in, I see the rest of my kitchen. They didn't clean. They didn't vacuum, they didn't sweep after they were fucking done. They left the other holes. It's a terrible mess. And I'm really at a loss as to what to tell my property managers, because I like where I live. I really do. I just hate the fuckery that happened from this situation. It's unacceptable. Okay, a couple other things. Robin Hood Season 2. Okay, I have to mention this. Fantastic. I had a blast getting to watch it with myself and a whole bunch of other people. Didn't realize there were going to be a whole bunch of other people. Thought there was going to be like two. No. Turned into somehow a big party. Don't want to talk about my reaction to that, though. That's a later story. But Robin Hood was actually still great. I think I taped it, since I couldn't figure out how to get the tape to play back in my mom's machine, though. I really don't know if it's been taped or not. It's one of those, hit or miss things. It could have been not. Either way, it is kind of rerunning this week, so hopefully if I missed it, at least I'll be able to catch it again for her. In addition with that, caught a new episode from the new season of Liar in the Blood, which is a really spiffy bonus, because that's one of my other favorite shows that I never get to see, because, cable and overseas show means that I see the actual seasons years after they came out. But yes, Robin Hood was fantastic. Jonas was, of course, looking a little bit, just a little bit scruffier, but I kind of like my guys that are running around in the woods like that, all leathered up and scruffy and stuff. It was great. It was great. In addition to that, had a whole bunch of people over my house on Saturday. Wasn't expecting them. Invited, like, literally 2 people, which somehow turned into 7 people total showing up at my house. I've had it out with that friend, though. She knows not to invite people without telling me beforehand. Now, we kind of went over that, but, so 2 of the guys who were over there were kind of, sort of maybe flirting with me that evening, maybe not. There were a couple other girls there as well. Couldn't really tell. It seemed like it, a little bit more than friendly banter. But I find it absolutely hilarious that the 2 guys that were there were both kind of concentrating and flirting with me. It's like, I've never been, the object of one guy's attention, needless to say 2, which blew my mind. In addition, I had people see me for the first time in a bikini in years and years and years, and I was very self-conscious, but I tried to hide it, and hopefully I did a good job, because nobody said anything disparaging about me in it, and some of the other girls were like, oh sweetie, we can barely even see your stretch marks with the way that the suit's cut. It's done well, so hopefully that worked out well. Yes, got to check on my garden this weekend as well. It's looking fucking fantastic. My tomatoes are coming in, even some of the my little yellow pear tomatoes, which is fantastic. My Roma has 2 dozen Roma tomatoes on it, on the bush. Granted, they're all small ones, not like the big ones I got in the winter, which were fully the size of my hand. These guys are littler and about the size. They're 2 or 3 inches instead of, 5 or 6. Still, for the summer and the fact that they're still on the vine, I'm really hoping that once I get my shade screen up that they'll stay there. That's my project for this weekend. Since we hit the 90s this weekend, we actually almost even maybe hit 100. I'm not sure, I have to check the weather report, but now that it's gotten to the 90s, 100, the shade's going up and my tomatoes are being covered. My peppers are huge, and my 3-year-old pepper bush, which is my pride and joy of my whole big garden, has dozens and dozens and dozens of peppers on it, and I love my garden, so it always makes me happy when I get to do that stuff. I stopped by Borders, spent way fucking too much money there, got a whole bunch of books that I needed though, and have been needing for a while, and got caught up on about 400 pages of miscellaneous reading. 200 of that was like personal, fun, novel sort of stuff, and then another couple hundred pages of back study work and stuff on bones and forensics that I don't have enough time to talk about now. But good news is I'm caught up, and I always feel better when I've been reading and my brain feels like it's been expanding, because that makes me happiest. And in addition with that, okay, talking about the guys that I met this weekend, little short thing. One of the guys is a bit of a military brat, speaks many other languages. He and I were chatting in the kitchen in French just because we could. And it made me so happy because it's been forever and ever and ever since I met another person who was even intelligent enough to be multilingual who could speak to me. Sadly, not many people. I don't speak Spanish, so the majority of my friends who are bilingual are only Spanish speakers, so I don't really get to interact with them like that. But the nice thing is I found somebody else who knows one of the other languages that I know, so I got to speak with him in that. So that was just, it was refreshing and good and new and great. So I'm in a good mood today. Hopefully getting lots of stuff done at work. I'm trying to be productive and stuff, and got a very, very busy week ahead of me, but I'm going to try to stay on top of it and not get too caught up or stressed out, and enjoy what I can when I can. I guess that's my whole thing. Possibly even getting a little bicycle tonight. One of my neighbors had a garage sale this weekend and had one there for really cheap, so I'm going to try to get that from her tonight. Yes. Anyway, this is running long, so I will see you guys when I see you, and if I don't see you till next time, remember, every single day, Tashi's telling you, keep up that good fight.